Hello, welcome to Movie Master Reviews. I'm your host, Bud McCoy. Today on my second episode, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite vampire movies of all time. The first episode, I'd covered my top 10 favorite zombie movies, and I kind of gave the disclaimer that they weren't all too good. They were some kind of crap movies on the list, but there were a lot of movies that I could have fun with. These are kind of different. The majority are mainstream, and a lot of people know which ones I'm talking about. We're going to kick things off with Salem's Lot, a movie that was based on a novelization by Stephen King, directed by Tobe Hooper. This one was a very fun movie. Came in the late 70s, I believe in 1978, starred Starsky and Hutch's David Soul. This one was real fun. It has a very creepy scene. If you see it, you know what I'm talking about. So that was number 10. Number 9 is going to be Cronus, a Mexican film directed, I think, in the earlier mid-90s by Guillermo del Toro. I'm probably not saying the first name correct, but I apologize. This one was really cool. It has Ron Perlman in it, and he's one of my favorite actors. But this one has kind of a twist and a sort of tweak on it, on the vampire subgenre. That a little bit more rules and tradition. They kind of changed it up a little bit. But that's number 9. Number 8 is going to be Martin, George A. Romero's classic, also from the 70s. This one came after his second zombie film, which was Dawn of the Dead, but this one's really cool. I don't want to spoil the ending because it kind of has a cool ending to it. So that was number 8. Number 7 is going to be Vamp. This one's from, I believe, 1986. It's an awesome one starring Robert Russler. And it has also kind of a new twist on the vampire subgenre. Grace Jones stars as a pretty weird vampire, but it's cool and a lot of fun. That was number 7. Number 6 is going to be another one from the 80s, Near Dark. It stars the late Bill Paxton. Sorry about that. And Lance Hendrickson. This one was really fun too. It's kind of different as well, but it's still an awesome vampire film. I don't believe they actually ever say vampire in it, but you know they're vampires. So that's number 6. Number 5 is going to be From Dusk Till Dawn. It's the first one, not the rest of them. The second one was pretty good, but the last one was kind of crappish. But the first one, From Dusk Till Dawn, that one, the first time I've seen it, I really had no idea. I thought it was going to be a road movie. It had nothing to do with vampires. And the second half, once they got to the bar, it flipped the script on it and became a vampire movie. So that was real fun too, from the mid-90s and From Dusk Till Dawn. Number 4 is a huge childhood favorite of mine, Children of the Night. This one's awesome, about a vampire infecting pretty much a whole town, and a couple townspeople got to do what they can to survive the night. So number 4 is going to be Children of the Night. Number 3 is going to be another one from the 90s. It's Blood and Donuts. It's a Canadian film. This one's kind of weird and kind of changes the tradition also, but it's about a vampire who went into hibernation for 20 years. And he came out and saw, he went from the 60s now to the 90s. So he got to adapt to the times. But number 3 is Blood and Donuts. Number 2 is going to be The Lost Boys. There's not too much I can say about this movie because I believe everybody out there who's a horror fan have seen it before. But it's great. And the 2 sequels that follow wasn't that bad. So that was number 2. And number 1 is going to be none other than Fright Night. I used to watch this movie all the damn time from a young age too, and it was just always cool. And I used to always pretend that my neighbor was vampires, and I had a lot of fun with that as a kid. But number 1, all-time favorite vampire movie of all times is going to be Fright Night. So from here, next couple episodes, I'm probably going to do anthologies, slasher movies, pretty much covering all the little individual subgenres in the horror industry. And from there, I'm going to be doing individual reviews on different movies. So if you like me, tune in, give me a like. If not, you know what to do. But thank you for tuning in.